Yo, what up? It's Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about NFL football. I'm going to just start off by saying, can't win them all. I really want to give the Baltimore Ravens the respect that they deserve. They are definitely one of the best teams in this league. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Derrick Henry is probably the second or maybe the best running back in the game. I think it'll all come down to who ends up having a better season by the time it's over with him and Saquon Barkley. That's a tough group to play against, so I definitely won't take anything away from them. But at the end of the day, man, the Pittsburgh Steelers always find a way to beat themselves. Like, you can go back to my older videos, even when I talked about us. We do it to ourselves every time. George Pickens is pretty much our only consistent guy. It's kind of frustrating, especially when we go into these games knowing, okay, we have a game plan. Let's target Lamar Jackson. Let's limit Henry the best to our ability. But if we're going to get beat by anybody, it's going to have to be the run game. And I know it sounds crazy. That sounds insane. But if we lose, I would rather lose on the ground than to let Lamar beat us in the air and on the ground. We have to find someone we want to stop. And we pretty much did neither. We didn't find one person to stop. Derrick Henry ate. Lamar Jackson ate. And because of that, we decided to go into halftime with the score 21-0. And we ended up losing the game 28-14. And you're not going to win any games like that in this league, man. And, it sucks. It sucks that it had to come to that because, like I said, man, definitely had high expectations earlier in the season. I want y'all to really think about this. We started the season 10-3. We ended the season 10-8. That shit is crazy. It's absolutely insane that we can go from 10-3 to 10-8. That's a 5-game losing streak. And throughout all them games, I know for a fact we should have won at least 2 of them. It sucks. It sucks that it had to come to that. It sucks that it had to happen the way that it happened. But, this is just, this is just weekly shit that we go through as Steelers fans. Yearly, routinely things that we go through as Steelers fans. It never fails. We go into these games. We expect something to be a certain type of way. The coaching is mediocre. There's some good things about it, but when you start comparing these guys to the Kellen Moores and you start comparing them to the Ben Johnsons, it's no, it's not even close. And I'm not going to blame that completely on the play calling because at the end of the day, you need players to even run the plays. And our second best wide receiver outside of George Pickens, and no disrespect to him because he had a good year, was Calvin Austin. He's our second best wide receiver. So, yeah, man, if you watched it, it's 28-14. It doesn't sound terrible. It was. And if it does sound terrible, trust me, it was even worse than how it sounds because we were pretty much never in this game. At one point, the score was 21-7, and then they instantly, I'm talking about 2 minutes in, scored a touchdown right after. So, if you're looking for a team to root for, if you're new to football and you're looking for a team to root for, don't let it be the Pittsburgh Steelers because you're going to be dealing with mediocrity. I haven't seen us win a playoff game since 2018. And in 2018, I was in the 8th grade. Yeah, when we had made the playoffs because it was the beginning of 2018. So I was in the 8th grade. I'm about to be 21 this year. So, yeah. Like I said, man, if you want to be a fan of a team, pick who you like. If you want to be a part of the mediocre game, please be my guest. But like I said, man, it's tough. Tough being a fan of this team because, we do nothing but just underperform all the time. So, shout out to all the Steelers fans on Twitter. Shout out to all the Steelers fans on YouTube. Shout out to all the Steelers fans in the world. We've been holding it down. We've been sticking up for these bums, Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky. We've been sticking up for these scrubs that's been on our team. We've been sticking up for inconsistent coaching with Mike Tomlin. We've been sticking up for mediocre coaching from Arthur Smith and trash coaching with Matt Canada. Even TA, he's not a great defensive coordinator. We run one of the oldest defenses in the NFL, and it shows. We get it pumped every time we play a good team. We barely beat any good teams this year. And, yeah, like I said, man, hopefully next year will be better. But people ask me how I've been feeling. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy I don't have to watch these bums play. Because at the end of the day, I don't have to be stressed out from any Pittsburgh Steelers football, because the football that they've been playing is terrible. It has been bad. There has not been nothing that I've been enjoying. And when I was enjoying things, that was almost a whole 2 months ago. So, yeah. But we did just get a good game yesterday with the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, I feel like tonight will also be a pretty good game. We got a really, really big matchup coming up between the Vikings and the Rams. And I feel like whoever went out of them teams, man, they can both equally do some. Now, I'm not going to say equally, but they can both make some noise. I'm not really a big believer in Sam Darnold yet. He hasn't proved anything yet because he hasn't done anything yet. But we'll see how he does tonight. If he ends up winning the playoff game, then we'll see how far they get. But I don't really know. We will see. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Got more content coming out. When the game is over tomorrow, I'm going to make another video pretty much just talking about how I feel about all of these games and how all of these games went and things of that nature. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I appreciate everybody that watched this video. Y'all have a great day. Be safe and go be great.